What is up, sports fans, and welcome back to another episode of Pez's Picks. I'm Jeff Hartman, joined by the man with the picks. Pez, what's up?
Recovering from turkey, Jeff. 4 straight days of turkey, of varying, back-to-back days of turkey dinner.
Yeah.
Then we did the turkey tacos, which I hope is going to go, virus, as the kids are saying. Jeff, you got the brown gravy, the hot sauce, the cheese, the stuffing. Forget about it. It's the best taco. Day 4, the wife dropped a turkey salad on us. And then we had to call no mas. I believe there's a turkey soup in the freezer that'll come out someday. The best bird my wife and my son ever made, they're Sicilian, so they cook everything. The kid was elbow deep, marinating that thing. Butter, orange juice. Maybe the best holiday, Jeff. I don't know. How about you? How was yours?
It was good. It was good. Went down to Richmond, Virginia, spent it with family. It was nice. Got to watch a lot of football. Was able to relax for once and had a good time. Had a good time. Absolutely. Watched your birds struggle on Friday. What's up with the birds, man?
Can't believe they even fired this guy, Jeff. I don't even want to say his name. This pretend offensive play caller. I don't know what the situation is there. It's obviously not working, and I don't know. I think we're tired too. You play so many extra games in the postseason when you get to the Super Bowl. That looked like a tired team to me. That team looked out of gas. We're hoping. We're looking at that line this week in California with the Chargers. They're giving 2.5, 3 points. So it tells me on paper the believers are still there in the analytics, and when they punch the numbers, a better team than most teams. But I don't know what's going on there, Jeff. The defense, they ran it right down our throat. We haven't had that happen in a long time. That defensive line looked tired. We're on about a 10-day rest here, kind of a mini bye, about 10 days, Friday to Monday. So we're not panicking, Jeff. We're still in first place. I'm trying to calm everybody down around here, but we got to make some play calling changes. I don't know.
All right. Well, the Birds are struggling, and so are the Steelers, but we're not talking about that. We want to start off on a positive note, and that is we had a huge NCAA bounce back. College football plays had a perfect week last week after getting a donut dropped on us the week before.
Gambling.
Yeah, that is 3-0. What's your thoughts on college football?
Navy, Jeff, I don't know who has been rating these games. They were getting points. A fantastic quarterback. I don't know if you've ever got to watch them. The quarterback was injured through a good, decent part of the season, but this kid is exciting. He runs. He's kind of like a Roger Staubach kind of guy. Blake Horvath. I love the guy. A senior, team plays hard. They're going to be fit. But it worked out great for us, Chef. I actually, there were 2 other games we liked. We didn't take. We liked Texas a lot. Kind of check it out on that one. That team's been so inconsistent. I still think Texas could be a top 5 team. They might be the best team in the country. They're probably not going to make it. I think they've beaten 3, possibly 4 top 10 teams. We want to get on Indiana again. I kind of almost forgot about that one, to be honest with you. In Arizona, Jeff, I got to apologize to my Arizona, Wildcat wife. Blew the doors off of Arizona State, a kind of sneaky team. They're going to finish top 25, so a good year for them. But we're down to the nitty-gritty here. Ohio State, Michigan, kind of worked out how we thought we would. Ohio State, puzzling team, Jeff. I don't know if they're that good, and I can't believe we're saying that. I don't think they've lost a game in like 3 years. So, to come up 27-9 against Michigan, who I don't rate very high. Schedule's been real weak for Ohio State. This college football, we talked the last 2 years, was garbage. It was the Wild West, and this playoff has kind of united college football to this exciting thing, right? At this point of the college football, it got boring. Teams were locked into bowls. There were 2 or 3 teams that could usually win the old national championship. It's going to be great. It's going to be exciting. I hope Vandy figures out a way to get in. I hope Texas gets in. I hope Miami gets in. I think those 3 teams have a shot not to get in. I think 3 of them are better than some of the 12 teams that are going to be in there.
And that's all going to start. It's crazy with the expanded format. December 19th to January 19th will be the college football playoff. What about bowl season, though? What does this do to bowl season? Because, the bowls are going to be encompassed, and they're still going to get the advertising dollars based on this being the first-round game as part of, like, the Eskimo Bowl or some stupid Cheez-It Bowl, Pop-Tart Bowl. But still, what does this do for you as a gambler and someone that handicaps or looks at games that are not a part of the playoff, but there's still going to be a lot of bowl games?
It's difficult, and we've talked the last couple of years about it. You really got to do your homework. There are going to be coaches and players that are going to be coming and going. These bowl games don't mean much to them anymore if you're not in the playoffs. So that's a dangerous situation. A lot of rumors about JMU's coach. A lot of rumors about him going to UCLA. We got Penn State talking about taking some coaches, and maybe these guys. How committed are they and their team? How committed are the players? Is it worth playing a bowl game if you're going to be in the draft? Maybe get hurt when the bowl game's meaningless. So there's a lot of homework we're going to have to dig deep on, and we're not going to play as many bowl games as we used to. The bowl season was great because it meant something, and these guys got hyped for it. Now you might have guys hitting the road. They might not be in the locker room for these days, but the playoff games are where we're going to make our money. We'll pick and choose some of these bowl games, and some are going to be bigger than others. But the whole Ole Miss and Lane Kiffin, I mean, this is what college football. This is a situation we're in now. There is no loyalty at this point from coaches or players, and to us, I think you can look at it both ways. I like Ole Miss's situation going forward. I think in the first round we're going to be on them, Jeff. I like a team that's pissed off. I like them trying to prove something. Apparently, they had a little situation in the locker room with Lane, some of the senior players. Now he's sending out some weird tweets. This guy's crazy, Jeff. This guy's a lunatic. Sending out some crazy tweets. I believe trying to recruit the quarterback from Ole Miss to come over with him. It was some cryptic poem he sent, Jeff, with the Trinidad Tobago flag, which the kid's not from Trinidad Tobago. I don't know why they have that for him, but that was his symbol, and maybe he's trying to recruit them. I think that gives a little bit more mojo for Ole Miss, and I like them going forward. But got to do your homework in bowl season. It's actually like a different season now. Coaches, players going to be coming, going to be going, might not be playing. You really got to dig deep and do your due diligence. And we'll be doing that for everybody, Jeff. We can't wait. I love bowl season. It's fantastic.
Absolutely. Pez'sPicks.com is the website. We are 60% on our picks since launching Pez'sPicks.com. And we continue to get kicked in the nuts in the National Football League. Every single week, it's the hook. It's 1 point. It's something here, something there. It's unbelievable. Last week, we were 1-2. Go ahead and talk about what we learned last week.
A half point, Jeff. I mean, we could have easily, probably should have been 2-1. We've been texting a lot this week. I think the rule change with the kickoff has definitely affected the game. It's definitely affecting the end of the game. At the end of a game, a team can score, maybe go up 10, 14 points. The game's kind of over, but when you kick off and put a team on the 35, we've talked about it the last couple of years. Every 10 yards you're closer to the end zone dramatically increases your chances of putting points on the board, especially scoring touchdowns, especially everybody's going on fourth down now. What happened in this league? Everybody goes for it on fourth down. I was so proud of Mike Vrabel last night. I think it was their first series. They get down New York. They're within, I don't know, probably like the 10-yard line. They kicked a field goal, Jeff. What's wrong with that? What's wrong with putting points on the board? But at this point, when you're starting on 35, maybe even the 40, that's putting a lot of lines in jeopardy. We're getting these what we call backdoor covers happening a lot, and it's just something we're going to have to continue to deal with, try to figure out. I don't know if there's an answer to it. I don't know what kind of defense you can put on someone to decrease their chances of scoring if the ball is going to start closer to your end zone. I just don't know. But scoring is dramatically up, and I think field position is dramatically changed too. So, not to make excuses. We're batting 500, Jeff, and I'm kind of proud of that. It's been a brutal season of inconsistency. I'm so proud of us. We didn't take any of those Thanksgiving games, Jeff. Total insanity on Thanksgiving. I don't know if we're going to ever bet one of those games again. There's no way to predict these games, right? I mean, that one-score games, Green Bay, Detroit, one-score Kansas City, Dallas, and then, we did hit Cincinnati, Baltimore, but I would have never bet that game. Then you look at the Rams in Carolina. When Carolina is beating the Rams, all I'm hearing from everybody in Philly, it's the Rams' year, it's Stafford's year, he's way better than Jalen. When you get smoked out by Carolina, they put 31 up on that team. I don't want to hear anybody in Philly, Jeff, telling me that the Rams are better than the Philadelphia Eagles. You give up 31 to Carolina, you stink, right? So I think at this point, everybody stinks in the league. I think we're starting to see some teams come around a little bit, but I still think Chicago stinks. I still got questions about Seattle. San Francisco, I got questions. I can tell you right now, a leading contender to win the Super Bowl. Buffalo's hit or miss. Pittsburgh, Baltimore, we go down the list. Denver, I don't love them too much. I think the Philadelphia Eagles still have a good position to make a good run in the postseason and get back to the Super Bowl. And I was talking about with some jabronis today. I still like the Kansas City Chiefs' chances, Jeff. They get in these playoffs. I think he's Tiger Woods to me. Until Mahomes is dead, I think you got to put him at the top of the heap still. I don't know if a team can stop him in the playoffs. I know the team's beat up and they've been around a long time, but what AFC teams dominant compared to them? I don't know if there is one. New England, maybe, but I don't know. You got a rookie quarterback, kind of, and Drake May. Is he really going to be that good in the playoffs? You know, as I do, it changes. Playoff football is not regular season football. Defenses can get a little more physical, a little tighter coverage, and that tightens. It tightens, as Will Ferrell would commonly say, tightens the plum a little bit, Jeff, when you're a quarterback dropping back there. But fantastic team, New England. Fantastic. The way they hit, I love that, Jeff. And that hit last night or on Monday night, they put on crazy legs running around in New York.
Jackson Dart.
Well, he came out, Jeff, and said, "Oh, I knew I was going to get. What's wrong with this kid? What's he want, a 1-year career?" It was a vicious blow, and I like his team getting us back a little bit. New York Giants, I kind of miss when they were good, Jeff. I don't mind when they're good. It's the Dallas Cockroaches that we really resent in Philadelphia for many reasons. They're a bunch of felons, but this kid, I don't even know if we can like him. I got a Giants fan. He goes, "That guy's a moron." you gotta lay down. You got the season to think about here, and I don't know. Interesting NFL season. Quarterback play questionable, but we got time. We got 5-6 more weeks rolling in, and we're gonna get this to 65%, Jeff. That's our mark to get to.
Love it. Well, I do want to talk about a couple things you mentioned there. First, the scoring. The fact that a touchback gets you to the 35-yard line now, and potentially a lot of returners have been getting the ball past the 35. Let's also not discount the legs of kickers now. I mean, you've got guys like Brandon Aubrey. You've got the kid down in Jacksonville who set a new record this year. They're kicking the ball 65 yards, and it feels like it's kind of, it's just a 65-yarder. It used to be a 50-yarder was like, wow, that guy hit a 50-yard field goal. It's insane. And so now you talk about a situation where if you're trailing by a field goal and you get the ball back, and even if you have 40 seconds left, that's plenty of time, Pez. Plenty of time to get your team to the logo and give your kicker a shot if you have a good kicker. That's, I think, a big aspect of this thing that gets overlooked is that when you're talking about gambling, when you're talking about those backdoor, those backdoor spreads that you talk about, backdoor covers, a lot of it comes down to the field position game and the way kickers are kicking the football. I will say this too: Thanksgiving Day games were tough, but with Thanksgiving and Black Friday, 4 games between my father and brother, we had some friendly wagers. I went 3-1. You'd be proud, Pez.
Wow,
you would be
that's
proud.
Fantastic. I hope you got some. I hope you got some turkey dollars.
I did. We took the over in the first game. I took the over in Green Bay, Detroit. I did not win the Kansas City game. I thought that the Chiefs were going to beat the Cowboys, and they didn't. I took the Bengals getting points. I was like getting 7 with Joe Burrow back. Give me a break. Win that one. And then I also took the Bears getting 7 on the road, and they win that outright too. So if I could have taken the money line, I would have made even more money.
And talking about covering at the end there, and you had some great covers, and we're proud of you for that, Jeff. We're making you a gambler, and we're proud of that. We like imposing gambling on people, especially the children out there. No, I didn't say that, Jeff, but the scoring, Miami, I almost stopped watching that game, and it started giving me some energy, Jeff. 19-8, they're up a field goal. 19-11, there's 6 minutes left. New Orleans goes down, scores a touchdown in a minute 46 to kind of hit a cover, and they hit a 2-point conversion to make it 21-17. So, they ran it back, Miami, but then it's still 4 points. So we lose by half a point. That touchdown doesn't happen in the old days, And if 7 plays, 65 yards, so they start on that 35. You put anybody on the 35. I think if you gave me good coverage, I could go out there and throw 5 balls from the 35 and maybe get lucky. The athleticism at wide receiver and the amount of kind of pressure on D-backs right now, they're calling it very tight this year. You can't be physical. I wonder if that changes in the playoffs. But when you're getting burned, by a point or a half a point, I mean, that's part of the business. You start to wonder, is there some sort of conspiracy? These guys have been doing it for a long time. They pick these games. But a lot of close games. Tampa Bay, Arizona, close game. Jets, Atlanta, close game. A lot of one-score games, Houston, Indianapolis. So it's tough. I think the league wants this, but as we're going forward here, I see a lot of games that we like this week, Jeff. I see a lot of teams that are in good positions, and I think we're starting to kind of separate a little bit. But the running game, is kind of come back into play here. Teams are going heavier, 2 tight ends. They're kind of dominating the clock. They're pushing the ball down the field, and it's limiting possessions. And that's a little bit of a change too. It's Philadelphia Eagles style. You might only get 3-4 possessions a half, and so teams are gunning the ball, and that's something we're going to have to keep looking at. But I think we're going to figure it out, Jeff. I'm feeling good about it. 2 big college games. We have to pick them, Jeff. You know what we do at Pez's Picks. We always take the big games. You got Georgia, Bama, and Indiana, Ohio State, both kind of in neutral situations. The game's in Indianapolis, Indiana, Ohio State. That does favor Indiana. I looked up the analytics on these games, and it's about 50-50. So 2 big games. The question mark is, if you're in this 1-2 Indiana, Ohio State game, do you play everybody, right? Do you look at this game as the national championship, or do you look at it as maybe I'll play backups? Because both of these teams are getting in. I don't think Indiana or Ohio State are dropping too far. Whoever loses this game, maybe Ohio State, if they lose, drops to 2. Indiana goes to 1. Indiana loses, maybe drop to 3, maybe 4 at the most. So I wonder about how they're looking at these games going into it. Something that learning curve a little bit. Georgia, Bama. Bama's got a little bit more to play for. But, tough games. I can't wait. Big college games. Just to let her, we were going to take JMU. I don't think we're taking him now. Jeff, rumors are this guy's gone. Coach is going to UCLA, so I worry about that a little bit. When a team knows coach is leaving, that's got to exhale the team a little bit, and how many players go with them. So we're going to stay away from that one. A little bit of lean on JMU playing Troy. JMU is going to blow Troy out, I still think, Jeff, but we're going to stay away from that one. We're going to be cautious going into this week, and we got 2, maybe 3 games that we're going to be playing.
Now, the NFL week is just getting started, but do you have any games that you're targeting? Not the picks themselves, but games that you're targeting for this week in Week 14?
Some games that we're really looking at, Jeff. You're going to love this one. Tennessee, Cleveland. We're punching the numbers on that. Well, we got a good lean on that game. Washington, Minnesota. We got a strong inclination on that game. Cincinnati, Buffalo is a tough situation. We're looking at the total and the game a little bit. Houston, Kansas City. We're going to have a play in that game, Jeff. I'm probably giving it away. I think you know who I'm taking, Jeff. And I'd like to say we're taking the Eagles, Jeff. I'm not positive yet. I got to really question myself when I want to take these birds because I'm wearing the hat. We're not hiding it. We're cheering for him. I do hate Harbaugh. I think I've made that very clear. The guy's the douche, Jeff. I hate that guy. So I don't know. That's something we're going to have to look at. Can we bet a team who got shredded on defense like that last week? Yeah, right before we came on air, you said big play Darius Slade might be coming back. They might be releasing him in Pittsburgh.
Well, he is getting waived or released, and so he'll be a free agent. The Eagles could bring him back.
Could he play this week, Jeff? I don't know.
He could. Here's the biggest thing: it's not the Eagles. It's Justin Herbert's fractured hand, his non-throwing hand, and he had surgery on Monday. Is he going to be healthy enough to play, and how effective is he going to be? I think that's why the line is Eagles, 2.5? Is that what you're seeing? Eagles giving 2.5 on that? Is that what you got right now?
It's up to 3 now.
Okay.
What we've seen in the league, generally those guys play with that hand injury. How much do Chargers really want to push it? This is where we're getting in a tough situation.
Yeah, exactly. You're going to have to wait and see how that plays out.
They're not a lock to get in the playoffs. They got about 64% chance now if we punch in the analytics real quick. So maybe they do have a little pressure. Harbaugh's kind of guy, I think, that's going to push guys to play. I could see him kind of pulling this guy in and going, "Hey, man, you got to have some, some balls out there maybe to get on the field." It's tough to tell if you're not in that team. They've got him listed as questionable, so that's generally a 50-50 chance. I think he plays, Jeff. Okay. I think he plays, and the running game's been questionable with the Chargers, but I don't know. Do I put a guy with a broken hand against that Eagles defense coming off a bad game? I don't know. Tough game. We're going to probably have a pick, Jeff. We'll probably have it. We might put that one out for free. We like doing it. We like doing it.
Just as a reminder, everyone, Pez'sPicks.com is the website. Go to Pez'sPicks.com, sign up, get these premium picks that we're talking about, and also check out Pez on social media. Pez's Picks on Twitter, Also on Instagram, we're at 108,000 followers and counting. We might be
Woo!
starting it. Well, maybe we'll dive into the TikTok waters. We'll see. But check us out on YouTube as well. You can find us on YouTube, youtube.com, search Pez's Picks, and you'll see us there. But Pez, it's time for your favorite part of the show. It's time for your top 5. Are you ready?
Jeff, before we get started, you got to watch the
Okay.
Stranger Things. They dropped 4 eps. I'm 3 in with the family. I tell you, good TV, man. Guys our age, if you ever went to a mall in a middle school or teenage thing, you got to watch this show. This show, fantastic, Jeff. The clothing, the music, they just nailed it. I mean, these guys, I think it's Potter Brothers. I forget the 2 guys' names, but fantastic. Not in the top 5, but it should be number 1, Jeff. Fantastic. I can't talk enough about it. Great holiday weekend for us watching. All right, Pez's Picks, top 5 picks of the week, Jeff. Number 5, the Ole Miss football team. That Lane Kiffin, I hate him, Jeff. I hate him. Nick Saban hates him. They wheeled his clothing out onto the sidewalk. I don't know if you saw that picture. He had like a rack of clothing that he left. They wheeled it out, left it on the sidewalk, so he drove by and saw his clothing. They MF'd him going to the airport. I love the team. I think they're going to have some mojo going into the playoffs. Top 5. Number 5, Ole Miss football team. We got your back. I love it. Love the quarterback there. Number 4, Killington, Vermont. You know, our home away from home. Gondola Pizza in Killington, Vermont. Old place called it's been a couple different places, Jeff, but the Outback Pizza, and then it became Mary Lou's, and a building that's probably falling apart. They've got a rotating system that takes pint glasses outside into the minus 10 degree Killington, Vermont temperature. That's pretty much year round. They come in frozen, Jeff. There's a fireplace. There's a wood burning fire oven. It looks like an Iron Maiden video. There's smoke everywhere, Jeff. That's neither here nor there. Pizza's great. Our buddy Jimmy reopened it. Just opened this week. Gondola. They've got an original gondola outside. So gondola with the dough, Jeff. Fantastic pizza. Get on it. Great live music there. Number 3, a Versus Bakery. A Philadelphia, South Jersey mainstay, Jeff. My wife and my kid were up in Philly today. They brought back some bread, some cookies. We do a thing where the wife tells this old Italian lady's working. It's like your grandmother. They care about you. Give us 3 of everything. We get 1 cookie each, Jeff. You can't double up on those. A Versus Bakery, pre-made meatballs, meals. Forget about it. From the Jersey Shore to Philly, that's an Italian bakery like you're not getting anywhere in America. Number 3, a Versus Bakery. Number 2, back to Killington, Superstar. The premier ski run at Killington had a 4-person chair. They run this thing year round. It closes Memorial Day. Apparently that chair close to falling. There was some recalls on it. So we got a new chair, Jeff. 6-person high-speed chair. The son and I took it. The wife wisely said it's Thanksgiving weekend. It's the run they used for the Women's World Cup race with Michaela Schifrin. Well, I tell you, she died, Jeff. They shouldn't open it, but thank God they did. 6-person chair. I don't know what else we can have. Heated chairs would be better, Jeff, to have them out west. I'm not too happy about it. But Superstar Express chair, love it. That's number 2. And number 1, college football. College football has become maybe more exciting than the NFL, Jeff. It's fantastic theater. Even the drama with this douche Lane Kiffin, coaches coming and going. Maybe that's adding to it. The playoff, fantastic addition to college football. I wasn't a believer when they came around about it. I used to like bowl day being, New Year's Eve weekend, New Year's Day weekend. I love the playoff. I love the drama. I love that some teams might get screwed. That adds to it. I love it's not perfect. I love that they're still kicking the ball off, too, Jeff. They kick the ball off in college football. I think we need to go back to it. I sound like Trump right now, don't I? Go back to kicking the kickoffs, Jeff. I hate this new kickoff rule. College football, I think it's the most fun season I've seen watching it. Fantastic theater. ESPN, they kill it with that game day. College football, number 1 pick of the week. Get on it. You're missing out if you're not watching it. I love it. Closing in on the NFL entertainment. NFL still won, but I'll say 1A college football. God bless them.
All right. There you go. The Pez's top 5 of the week. We will have you covered every which way and sideways at Pez'sPicks.com. Make sure you check it out for the premium picks. Pez, any final thoughts?
Let's go Birds, Chef. Go Steelers, too. We need these teams in the playoffs. Well, we're getting in the playoffs. I don't know about your Steelers. I'm pulling for them, Jeff. I need, I think, 2 more wins to hit our season total on them. So let's go Steelers. Hate the Ravens. Pez. Everybody hates the Ravens, of course.
I know I do. Make sure you check out Pez'sPicks.com and check us out on social media, Pez's Picks. Pez, enjoy the games this weekend, man. We will talk next week. Take it easy.
See ya.